Greetings, Lucky Legends. My name is Lucky. This is Lucky Lad TV. I'm your host for this video, and today we are joined by CLURRRRRR for our third interview with a YouTuber. Eventually, it'll be the second because I need to re-record with Tara, but here she is. It's CLURRRRRR.
Hi, what's up, lucky lads and lasses? I'm the fleeting Furret, and I would say welcome to the Furret's Den. But if any of you guys are Centred Scouts here, let me know.
Definitely in the comment section down below. Definitely make sure to show your support and love for CLURRRRRR. And that is the correct pronunciation of her name. It's CLURRRRRR.
It's Claire.
It's CLURRRRRR.
Claire.
It's CLURRRRRR. But today we're going to be interviewing Claire, and it's going to be a whole lot of fun. I have been tracking her YouTube growth for like 3 or 4 months now.
That's not creepy.
I said your YouTube growth.
Yes.
Not you. In before the Nabi hype and all that stuff. And that actually leads me to my first question, which is, how did you get to know Nabi?
Nabi and I met at PAX East, actually. PK introduced me to him, and I got to join him, PK, Frozen Train, and Midnight Angel Eyes on Twitch and Jay for a dinner, and that kind of opened the door. You know, meeting in person with them for the first time, it's a lot better than just meeting over Skype, you know? And we really clicked, so I guess one day I was like, hey, if you want to talk on Skype, here's Skype. And then he added me to a chat and kind of went from there.
The snowball effect.
Pretty much, yeah.
The snowball effect. So you answered that really concisely, and it didn't go off topic, which is not normal for these. But the other question is, and this is normally the first question, which is, what is the origin of your name?
The fleeting Furret. Well, most people assume it's just like, I'll slap this word on this word, and then you have something that kind of goes. But I actually took the part of the Ruby Dex entry for Furret for the name, because it says it is very nimble and fleet at the end. And I'm actually quite a timid person, so I've been known to kind of, to kind of just fleet from situations and leave. So it kind of just worked like that. I was like, this sounds good. Let's just go with it.
Well, I mean, and this is one of the things that you have Gym Leader Geo, and you have Sarcasm and Sickness, and now you have the Fleeting Furret. There's alliteration.
Mm-hmm.
You got the repeating first letters, and I mean, I think that's a thing. I have it with my name.
It just sounds good.
It does.
It just works, and it's very easy to remember.
It is. That's like on my old channel, it was alphanumerical. And that's not easy to remember ever.
No.
If you have numbers in your name, it's not easy to remember.
Yeah, no. So, anything with numbers, people are going to get confused.
I actually sent Nabi something on his P.O. Box polls, and he mispronounced my name. And I'm like, I should probably change my name. Because if they can't read it and pronounce it properly, that's my fault, not theirs.
Yeah.
And at first, I thought I knew the answer to this, but I don't think I do, which is, what inspired you to start YouTubing?
Well, I answered this on my Q&A, but, for anyone who hasn't watched it, and, for all you lucky lads and lasses, I'm forever gonna call you that now.
It's not like I called them Lucky Legends in the beginning or anything.
I'm sorry, it's just my kind of spin on it.
Go for it.
I started YouTubing because I have what's called Hashimoto's disease, and it's made me very sick to the point where I can't really stand to go to college right now, and I can't work, so I have all this free time, and it's like, well, what's one thing that I can create and I also love to do, and that is a combination between socializing and playing Pokemon. After watching a lot of YouTube videos since Maryland kind of came on the scene, I was like, you know what, I think I can do this.
Oh, old school. You went old school.
Old school. Yeah, Maryland was actually the one who got me into PokeTubing, I guess. And then from there, you know, I found like Nabi, Shady, the whole rest of the gang.
And the sort of spin-off question on that is, and there are two different answers to this. It's either I did it all myself, or I modeled myself after the way that these people run their channels. Which one of those two categories do you fall into? Like, do you look to other people for inspiration as to how to not necessarily run your channel or how to act on your channel, but how to just be a YouTuber in general?
I looked for like the technical stuff with, you know, what can be considered like a layout that works and people, you know, vibe to, what, you know, your euphemisms should be, how you respond to people in the comments section. But other than that, I think my channel is something very different in the fact where I try to connect with my subscribers as much as I can. In my, I think the description of my YouTube channel, it says basically that the channel is about you. Even though it's, you know, it's me running it, I want to make it about the subscribers as much as possible. And that's not something, I don't know, people do that, but I've been told even for like a channel that's growing rapidly, I interact with my subscribers way more than a lot of other people that they're used to. People will come into my Twitch and be like, wow, you actually respond to the chat, that's amazing. And it's kind of like the basis I just kind of want to do. Just kind of break the box a little bit. I don't know, you get to a certain point and it's like you can't answer everyone, and you start like filtering and choosing who to answer and who not to, but I really try not to do that. Of course it ends up with me spamming Twitter, but
I remember like about once a week my Twitter feed will be like 90% Claire.
I'm so sorry.
No, I love it because it just makes me think, or rather, it doesn't make me think, it makes me look forward to being able to spam somebody's timeline by responding to a bunch of people that follow me on Twitter, because I have like 49 Twitter followers right now. And
really?
Yeah.
I'll try and send some of my people your way.
Oh, I have 25 subscribers.
We're gonna get this
mucho
going.
Small. Mucho small. I live in South Florida. My Spanish is on pointo.
I took 6 years of Spanish. It's not on pointo.
It's no bueno.
No.
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 Yeah, I'm just throwing in the words that I know to exist in the language.
Oh man, sounds like me trying to speak German.
But the reason, the original reason I started YouTubing was because Shady got me through a lot of really dark times in my life, and I'm like, I want to pay it forward, but it snowballed from there, and I started connecting with a bunch of people. I'm actually interviewing Miguel or Mega Mogwai tomorrow.
Oh,
like, we literally just set it up like 5 minutes ago, right before we started this. I'm like, hey, are you good for 10 a.m. my time tomorrow? And he's like, yeah, sure, let's do this.
Not bad. 10 a.m., 10 p.m.
10 a.m. my time. It's 4 p.m. his time, because he's over in Seville, Spain.
Wow. Yeah, that's amazing. That you definitely have networking skills if you can, you know.
The main reason my networking skills have grown is because I'm a writer for the GBA.
Oh yeah, okay.
So I actually have like this. I have this pin that I can say, okay, I'm not just some crazed person.
It's very true.
I have a thing.
It definitely does help.
I'm like Julie. I have the thing.
Julie.
Julie, do the thing.
One does not simply do the thing.
And like, besides like Nabi, and I know you talk to Tara a lot, who are some of your other good friends in the community?
Well, I started basically talking to Pedro and Tara, you know, the Bulbasaurus the Great, and you know, Sarcasm the Sickness, and from there I kind of grew into everyone in this group called Perch, where we have Vice Productions, Miss Mime Jr., Clouded. Then from there I was able to branch on to like Nexus, Callum, but the people I talk to the most they're mostly smaller YouTubers. I gotta say, like, most of them are my mods as of late, but PK and I are really close. He's like my bigger brother, and he's always been very sweet to me. So for bigger people, I'd say PK is the one I talk to the most.
I felt bad for PK when Kristen. He had you on the Mario Kart thing. The only reason why is because he had to go through the video so many times to coin you out so often.
I can't help it. My channel is not PG. I just
when I saw it was like featuring the fleeting Furret, I'm like, oh god.
Within like the first minute, I was coined out right after saying, "No, I don't want to get you coined out," and then just, you know.
And that lasted like 3 minutes, and then you know.
No,
my channel.
Kristen,
I consider my channel to be. It's in between R and X-rated.
Oh gosh.
Because I don't filter myself at all, because I want to be as realistic as possible with the people that I'm interacting with on YouTube. So I'm like, I drop F-bombs around my parents. I'm not going to act any differently here.
People will appreciate that though in the end. For me personally, I tried to filter, and I felt like it wasn't me, you know? I couldn't do it. Within like my first recording of trying to filter myself out, I yelled the F word. I yelled "fuck" when I lost a Pokemon. So I was like, no, I can't.
Like if
I don't know how you
on my channel I have an LP of Pokemon Battle Revolution. It's 7 episodes long because I lost, and if I filtered out all the bad language or bad phrases, it would be like 5 minutes.
Just silence every time.
Because I was raging so hard at that game because it's so difficult. They make it so much more difficult than it needs to be. And I'm just like, why? This is a children's game. Let me be.
I don't understand how we all didn't grow up as really angry.
Oh god.
Always salty children. You know what I'm saying? We all don't have anger.
I completely agree. And one of the things that I told Nabi, I'm sure he never heard me actually say this, but I like tweeted this at him, is that in all of his videos, he should have a banana. Bananas are high in potassium. If you have a lot of salt in your body, you eat a banana, gets rid of the salt.
Get rid of his headache.
Get rid of his headache. I know he has a mini fridge next to his desk, which is amazing.
Yeah, that is amazing. He's got quite the setup.
But your channel has, over the last like month or so, has been like exploding, and it's been growing very rapidly, and people can chalk that up to whatever they want to. It's
a lot of people. I was accused that I had no subscribers before I went on everybody else's channel, but just clear the air. I had over 1K, like 1.5K before that even happened, and for some reason a lot of people don't realize that.
Here's the thing here's how I like to explain to people, because I don't know why, but people assume that I know everything about every YouTuber, and like they say, what's everybody's real name? And I'm like, it's not my place to tell. First of all, like I know your last name just because I added the wrong Skype account at first, and that one had your last name on it, and I'm like, she's still the fleeting Furret to me. She's not Claire insert last name. She's the fleeting Furret.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like, newsflash, I have 3 people named Claire in my phone. If I had you in my phone, you wouldn't be Claire. You'd be the fleeting Furret, because... And I remember Shady saying this in one of his videos. Nate Wants to Battle has Shady in his phone as Shady.
Yeah.
He's not Jonathan. He's Shady.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that I love about this community, is that you can take on an entirely new role while still being yourself.
Exactly. I'm taking on a couple roles. I mean, I started as Mama Furret, and my little icon just has like pistols, but it's kind of evolved to
now you're a Nightwalker.
Yeah, I've been a Rocket executive Furret. Now I'm like an Alucard Furret. I don't really know where we're going from here.
No, I actually went off track. What I was saying is that the people that say, oh, you didn't have any subscribers before this happened, even if that was true, which it wasn't because I was paying attention, even if
you
that
were very
was
early.
True, the point is, people wouldn't subscribe to a channel if they don't actually intend on watching it.
Exactly.
So, like, even if I was on Shady's channel, that does not guarantee me any subscribers.
It really doesn't.
It guarantees me that people will look at my channel, but it doesn't mean anybody's going to be like, oh, if Shady likes him, that means I automatically like him and I automatically subscribe. No, it means they're going to take interest and take a look.
Yeah, it's very unpredictable.
That's the thing about it, is that most people, and I know this from not personal experience, but secondary experience through some of my other friends, is that they are like, oh, I've been YouTubing for like 6 months and I have like 4 subscribers, so I'm just gonna give up. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, that happens to some people. Like, how long were you sitting there with less than 10, less than 50, less than 100 subs, just waiting?
Personally for me, it's kind of weird because I had over 2,000 followers on Instagram, where I was kind of able to boost like who subscribed and who didn't. A lot of people are around our age, so they were interested in Pokemon naturally. A lot of them didn't stay, but it started the growth. And what really bumped me up was getting into the Perch chat and getting the help of Pedro and Tara, and just getting me out there, really.
The veterans.
Yeah, they believed in me, and it's paid off, and I hope to be able to do that again someday for smaller channels, and I'm trying already. I don't even mean specifically with you. Some of my mods, like they're starting their own channels, and they've been doing it a little while now, and they don't have many subscribers. And I'm like, well, hey, I mean, check these guys out. They're like my best friends. Like
that's the thing that I love about, and I hate when people complain about the community. Actually, no. It's quite the opposite. I love when people complain about the Pokemon YouTuber community, because they complain about it like people in a family complain about their family.
Right.
Because that's what it is. Like, when people are saying, oh, this person's being a jackass, and I'm like, yeah, that's kind of what friends do.
Exactly.
I mean, you can't... You join this thing on purpose. You're not here by accident. You can leave if you want to. Nobody's forcing you to be here.
Yeah, nobody's keeping you to stay.
Yeah. Nobody's like, oh, no, you have to do this. No, you're there because you want to, and they are there because they want you to be there.
Exactly.
And that's what really drew me to this community rather than like some of the other ones. Like the Call of Duty community is very cutthroat from what I've heard. The Grand Theft Auto community, there's a lot of diving into booties from what Nabi has told me.
And driving buses.
And driving buses off of cliffs.
I actually just got GTA 5 for my computer, so I'm excited for that.
I binge watched Nappy's GTA 5 highlights on his second channel
same.
like 4 times over, and I was dying. I couldn't breathe.
He sent us the links, and we all watched it in a video date in the fall, and he was dying as much as you were dying.
I dive in the booty.
Hey, baby girl.
Hey, yo, girl. Let me get your name. Let me get your number.
I don't know how he does it, man. If I were to do something like that, I'd get so much ridicule. Like,
if I were to do something like that, I wouldn't be able to keep a straight face, and it would turn into a giant...
Same. I'd be dying.
They'd just be like, he's white, it doesn't make sense. And I'm like, what do you want? I'm white. I do that. But the biggest and most important question that I have for you, and this is a very serious question, what's your next hair color going to be?
Oh, God.
Oh, did you actually think I was going to be serious?
Yeah.
Oh, God, no.
People have asked me that, like... I mean, to answer your question, I think it's going to take a long time for the blue to come out. Blue is the hardest color to get out of your hair, but next I'm probably going to be going red.
Red? Like, are we talking candy red? Or...
We're talking crimson.
Oh, crimson? Like straight crimson?
Yeah.
Like, are we talking like the mushroom on your chair bed?
The mushroom? That's actually the top of a Pokeball. We're talking like, I don't even have like the color red around. Well, here we go.
The red on the Zelda poster.
This kind of red.
Oh, that is red.
Like blood red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, like when people say, I'm going to get red hair, and then they come back and it's like the rusty orange of like a redhead, I'm like, that's not red hair.
No.
That's redhead hair. There's
difference. That's being a ginger.
But I also have to ask, what is your natural hair color?
My natural hair color was very similar to what my channel first started with. If you go, I hate it.
Light brown.
Yeah, if you go to my Oras LP, it was pretty much that color. I told
you I was tracking your growth.
That's so weird.
It's not weird.
Why were you tracking my growth?
Well, because whenever I hear about networking within the community, I always make sure to keep an eye on them, because for me, it's like if they fall off the bandwagon, it's sad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you get this big opportunity and you don't pursue it, it's kind of like, well, then why didn't you give it to somebody who would pursue it?
Mm-hmm.
It's that kind of thing for me. So when I saw you on Midnight Nap Towels for the first time, I'm like, all right, so she's hanging out with some of the people that I'm familiar with, so I'm gonna keep an eye on her, make sure that she doesn't fall through the cracks like some other people do, because if she does, she needs, even if it's some tiny person like me, she needs somebody there to pick her up out of there and say, get your ass back on the train, you got shit to do.
Getting motivation has always been a problem for me with my health problems, but this is honestly something I just love doing, so I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon.
All right, so we obviously know what your favorite Pokemon is. It's Furret.
Do we? No, we don't.
I know.
That's not my favorite Pokemon. Hello.
No, most people's favorite Pokemon are not actually their mascot, except for like Nappy. He's really like the only one.
Yeah,
because Shady's favorite Pokemon is not Delibird. It kind of grew into being his favorite Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, it didn't start out that way. So what is your favorite Pokemon now? Because it changes.
To be honest, I didn't have a favorite Pokemon until 6th Gen, and when Greninja came on scene, I absolutely fell in love with him. I started... There was this thing going on Tumblr when X and Y came out to, like, write down your game adventure in novel form, and I'm a writer, so I did that, and while doing that, I created a story where like my Greninja got poisoned and he was like about to die, and it was actually kind of dark for Pokemon. I took it in like a twisted kind of sense, but it
shocking that you took the dark path.
Yeah, I know, right? But it kind of, I don't know, writing life into the character really got me to appreciate the Pokemon more. It had nothing to do with the competitive aspect, and when it got banned, I was like, yeah, okay, I'm sad, but I'll get over it.
It is what it is. But is the Ruby Dex entry that you were talking about, is that why you chose Furret for your mascot?
I chose Furret for my mascot because I wanted something where, well, I originally almost chose, like, oh god, like a plethora of Pokemon. Weavile was on my top list. I actually created, like, a banner called Weavile's World with the claws being the W's, and they were all like this, and, but...
You know?
But Furret was just kind of like... I've always wanted ferrets. Right now I actually own rats.
For those who do not follow Claire on Twitter, go do that. You will get quite the amusement out of her rat shenanigans.
Yeah, that's a whole different topic I won't get into, because I know some people in the comment section are going, ew, rats, but...
Okay, there's usually only one person in the comment section. Like I said, 25 subs, meow.
I chose Furret because I needed something happy, and if I thought about it realistically, where if I was going to be like turned into a Pokemon against my will, that I couldn't choose, my spirit Pokemon would probably be Furret, because they're mischievous, they're playful, and they're timid, like ferrets.
I like how the first word you chose was mischievous. Oh, well, I'm Jewish, so my horns are under my hat.
Well, that's why you never take the hat off in your videos, right? Exposed.
Oh god, that's gonna open up a whole can of fish.
Oh god, no, nobody take... Okay, sorry for the can of worms.
but that's a perfect example of how people... I don't know how old you are. My guess is you're around like 19, 20, somewhere around there.
Turning 22 in December.
Close enough. But it's so nice that people can find... For me, it was actually a revived interest in Pokemon, because... Same. Yeah, because I fell off after 3rd gen, and like 4th and 5th gen, I like played them once through because it was part of my life, but I didn't like I didn't do anything else with them. Like, I literally just played the game so that I was up to date on what happens, and then I put it away and pretty much never used it again. But then when 6th Gen came out, I played through X twice, I played through Y 3 times, and it was just this whole new thing because they added so many new stuff. But the thing about it is that when those came out, I was 17 or 18, I can't remember which, but I hadn't played in like 4 or 5 years, and it's just like this whole revival
It's like, wow, Pokemon!
Of interest, and it's something that you really mostly see, at least in my experience, with Pokemon. Like,
yeah.
It's the type of thing where it brings you back to that childlike giddy joy, and your heart starts racing, and you don't know what's going to happen next, and you're just staring at your little 3-4 inch screen.
We're lagging out.
I'm lagging out?
I got you now. You're good.
Oh, you're
Go
lagging.
ahead.
Oh, yeah. Whatever. It's fine. But that's the thing about Pokemon in this community, is that everybody's drawn together not by the interest in Pokemon, but by the childlike joy that they all get from it.
Some nostalgia.
Because, I mean, like, people could find the same interest in a bunch of different games. But I think one of the reasons this one is more close-knit is because it's, like you said, the nostalgia. It's like we're all going back to those days when we would stand in line from like 3 a.m. waiting for the game to come out, and everybody in line was waiting for the same thing, and you were all talking about how hyped you were for it.
For me, it was like I was sent to bed, and it's 3 a.m. and I'm by my nightlight with my Game Boy Advance. Like, I gotta be red. Like,
that was me.
Yeah, I always, even if I had to go to school, I was dead the next morning. But it was.
I would say, oh no, I can't go to school. My Pokemon are poisoned. I need to make sure they get better.
We need a medic.
I need Nurse Joy stat.
Seriously.
But we're hitting right around that 30-minute mark, and I know it flies, right?
It really does.
I'm sure I will have back on again. She's a wonderful guest. She's a wonderful YouTuber. She's a wonderful person, amongst other wonderful things that I could probably say about her. And she was going to say her outro, but it's only for her channel.
Sorry. It's see you next time when it's done.
But with that, we're going to get about. Best luck to you out there. We will see you all soon. Goodbye.
Bye.